Yo, what is up everyone? Jay here with another Fire Emblem Heroes reaction video to the last FEH channel of 2021. And this FEH channel has a lot of information and has a ton of new stuff that I'm honestly pretty hyped for. So yeah, I'm excited to talk about it because there's a lot to uncover here. So, you know, the FEH channel, we are heading into book 6 and I actually like it. Some people may not like it because we're actually returning to Emblem Asker. We're not going to a new area. We do have new characters, of course. This chick, or this cow, should I say. This cowgirl here, and then this red-haired dude, who I thought was a girl at first, but he's actually a dude. And yeah, so rip the dream of having a male main OC character. I wanted it to be a dude because I want Alphonse to have a brother. I think it would be really cool to have those kind of interactions. You know, Alphonse having a male character he can relate to, but unfortunately it's another girl. She's cute and all, definitely, but I guess it always has to be a girl. But yeah, so there's Veronica again. That's really dope. And then Elm is gonna hit her with this red stuff. So this trailer is actually really cool and really amazing. The music is also a banger. Definitely some of my favorite music in FEH so far. It might be my favorite music out of all the books, to be honest. And all this crazy shit is happening. There's the cowgirl with her bell. And then Veronica's gonna shed a tear. So I'm not gonna watch this entire trailer. You could definitely watch it. You probably already watched it at this point. But yeah, so this book has some interesting characters. We've got a cowgirl, we have a red-haired dude, and she's the retainer of the god of Asker, I think. Yeah, so, or goddess, I don't remember. God or goddess, Ash. So, we didn't get a cowboy, but we got a cowgirl. And so yeah, she's the retainer of that god. And then you have Elm, who's the retainer of Emblem, I believe. So, just like Niffle and Muspel, you have those respective gods for those areas. So that's pretty interesting. Hopefully the story is a lot more interesting than it was last book, because last book, in my opinion, wasn't the greatest. The idea was cool at first, but the execution wasn't the best. But this book has a lot of promise, I think. And the artist is also the same as last book, so very well deserved from Gozaki. Their art is really good, so I'm glad to see that they're doing another book. And then we have this chick who has a lot of makeup on and kind of goth looking, Letizia. So we'll see what the hell she's doing. She has some kind of connection with Veronica maybe, or some kind of beef with her. So we'll have to see. And then there's the art, and that's the loading screen when you pop up Faye. And yeah, it looks really good. I love the art, and the book is gonna start soon. So yeah, I'm pretty excited. I hope this book is good. We're gonna get Ash for free, of course, just like any kind of other OC we've had in the past. And she is a colorless infantry beast. So we have a beast OC, as you can see. You can see a little bit of her skills. They already reached the trailer. We'll go over that later. But she has attack defense unity, a little skill, and then Horn of Opening, which is her PRF. Well, I guess beasts always have PRFs, right? But yeah, so there she is. It's a cow. I mean, look at that. Just look at that sprite. And her attacking art is hilarious. Look at her. Watch this. She sits down, I guess, and then just hits you with a bonfire. She's puffing up. So that's adorable. So that's Ash. So, you know, I hope she's cool. Even though it's not a male, I wish it was a male, but of course it can't be. It's a male. It's Fae OCs, right? It always has to be a girl. So I guess for book 7, hopefully it's a dude. But yeah, so next we have celebratory login bonuses, just a bunch of free stuff as always, tons of flowers, and then also tons of divine codes, which is awesome. You get over 1,000 of those. And then yeah, just all together, look at this. Grails, it's beautiful. Free stuff that we always get whenever these happen. And then Aether Raids quests, we're gonna get some furniture and props and stuff for that. And what else here? Castle design. I've already used my castle design because the updates have already been done as me recording this video. So that's definitely probably the best castle design in the game, I would say. Definitely one of the best. Look at it. Really unique. And then what else do we have? Of course, the main series banner is Awakening. So Awakening is finally getting something, and I'm happy for Awakening fans. I'm an Awakening fan. It's one of my first Fire Emblem games, and we have Priam. And Faye pronounces it Priam, which I will never pronounce it like that. Faye again with the weird pronunciations. I know with the Camus thing, I think that's actually how it's pronounced, but it just doesn't feel right to me. I'll always pronounce it Camus, and same with Priam. I'll always call him Priam. So yeah, the supposed descendant of Ike, which I actually don't think he is. I honestly think he's just a fanboy who really likes Ike. But I don't think the game ever confirms it if he's an actual descendant. But that's Priam. He has Ragnell as well, but it's a different kind of Ragnell. And then my man Basilio, one of the most badass characters in the series, or at least in Awakening. If you've played Awakening and see what he's done, you know what I'm talking about. So The West Con Basilio is in the game, so I'm happy he's finally in. My brother has been wanting him for a long time, so I'm happy for my brother as well. And he's got, you know, pretty good art. And he's the demote of this banner, so he's going to be available at 4-star rarity. I think he has, what does he have? He has one of those in here, the Stout Axe? I don't remember. One of those axes. I don't think they show it here, but it's not a PRF. But yeah, so that is Basilio, and then his partner in crime, Flavia. She's finally in the game, and she is a pretty strong unit. She has a nice weapon. She has a PRF weapon, and we'll see her skills later. I guess I should just skip over this, honestly, because I'm just going to see the trailer afterwards. But next we have Muriel. She doesn't have a PRF either. She has a Blar Lion, but she also has attack speed ideal 3, which is really dope, and then a Link skill. So good to see Muriel's finally in the game. We still don't have Rickon or Vake. Kind of surprising they didn't put Vake on this banner with Muriel, considering their first interaction. But yeah, that's Muriel. And then Yanfei. Yanfei is also another character my brother really wanted. So, and he is a free unit and he's a Grail unit. So, judging by what we see from him, he is clearly countering from a distance. So he does have a distance counter weapon, which Amatsu, you know, is. And we'll have to see if his Amatsu is different than his sisters. But Yanfei is a promising, you know, Grail unit, because we haven't had a sword infantry Grail unit since Nemesis, and Nemesis isn't that great. So I'm hoping Yanfei is really good, has good skills. He already has really good art, so glad that Yanfei's in the game. Really dope, and he might be better than his sister, honestly, if the Amatsu's any better. It might be just the same. We'll have to see, but yeah. So those are the units on the banner. Of course, sharing with Ash, because Awakening banners at this point always have an OC. So yeah. There it is. And then Muriel, of course, not just one Muriel, but 2 Muriels are going to be on the quest. I like how they just have 2 Muriels there and then 2 Yanfeis, just to tell you, to make sure you know that you're going to be able to get more than one copy. So Muriel, you know, she's going to be added into the pool and be available through quests just like Violent and other previous units. So yeah, I'm excited for the Yanfei battle because he clearly has Amatsu and Sword Infantry unit. Even though we have a ton of those, we haven't had a Grail unit of that kind in a while. So those are the Awakening Banner units, and then the new crazy mode. So this mode is a big deal, at least in my opinion, because I think this mode is probably the biggest mode since Aether Raids, honestly, in terms of, you know, what's going to happen. Because, like, this is a PvP mode in real time. So we've never had a PvP mode in real time before. And I've always been skeptical of the idea in FEH, because it's taken 4 years for them to add it, and they finally did. And, you know, like I said, I am skeptical, but honestly, I like the mode so far. I've already played a couple of rounds. I've played 3 rounds so far, and it's pretty fun, honestly. We'll have to see how balanced it is as, you know, time goes on and we get more items and whatnot and skills, but this mode is pretty fun. So the reason I had like skepticism with the PvP modes before is because we've had Fire Emblem Fates PvP online before, and that was a huge mess. There was a lot of cheaters, and I feel like the mode was pretty unbalanced. I didn't really play it that much. Like, I didn't play it in depth like Fates competitive, but it just didn't seem like the best. And this mode definitely has a lot of restrictions. So you can't use more than 1 unit. You can't use duplicate units. You can only use 1 dancer. You can only use 1 save skill user. So that's really good balancing. And then it also penalizes people who disconnect. So and then there's also rules. So it's a really cool mode because you can play with your friends from anywhere, nearby friends or online friends. So now we have more friend interaction, which is great because that's one of the things a lot of people wanted from FEH, just more friend interaction, you know, outside of like using your friends' units on rival domains and Ponzoloki and stuff. And now you can actually fight your friends, which is amazing. And so far from what I've been playing, it's pretty fun. You know, you can set matchmaking rules, custom rules with your friends. I think for practice duels, that's just AI if you just want to test stuff. So that's really cool. It's like a training room essentially. And then there's a free mode which lets you play against your friends. And then the favorite battles is like the ranked mode that you're going to be, you know, scoring with against random people and in real time. So you're actually playing people live, which is really, really cool. So, you know, Intelligent Systems actually surprised me because I feel like, you know, they disappoint me a lot of the time, but they also prove me wrong sometimes. So that I feel like so far, at least right now, they've done well with this mode. So I hope this mode lasts and doesn't flop just like Ponzoloki did. Like the first time Ponzoloki happened, everybody was having fun, and then they added units that are people's friends, so it kind of ruined it. But hopefully they don't ruin this mode. And there's a lot of nuance to it, and definitely a lot of strategy. They did make a separate video explaining it, like an exhibition match, and Reinhardt was commentating it, and I can't believe they did that. It's just hilarious. I tried to watch the video, but honestly I couldn't even take it seriously with his commentary. But if you want to see that, you can definitely check it out and see, you know, how the mode actually works. But it's pretty simple, at least for the first few matches. It definitely can get harder. I mean, it depends on who you're fighting, but there's items to consider, or skills should I say, and obviously team comps, and so basically how the mode works is like you're trying to take out either you're supposed to take out your foe, or you're supposed to have more points than them, and you have 5 turns to do so. And see this square right here? That means you want to have your units in the square and you'll get points. So if you have more units in the square, that's good. It basically makes people not camp, because if there was no square here, then everybody would just wait and just try to bait each other, and like it'd be kind of dumb. So yeah, so this mode, you have 30 seconds to choose, although there is extra time as well. So the mode is pretty fast paced, you know, you can't just sit there and take forever on your moves. And yeah, so I played a few games, like I said, and it is pretty fun, honestly. I like it, and so far I'm undefeated. I'm definitely going to fight a team I can't beat, but I'm using Martha Emblem for it, and maybe I can use other team comps, but they do talk more about it, and obviously, like I said, there's the video basically showcasing it. And you know, you have a certain amount of moves. A dancer, harmonic hero will count as a move. So there's a lot of stuff to keep in mind with this mode, but I feel like it has a lot of potential to be good. I hope it is good, man. I hope it is good, because they proved me wrong with the PvP, because I never thought they would actually add it, and they did. So props to them, and so far it's pretty fun. I haven't really seen any huge complaints about it. If you disconnect or rage quit, that person should get penalized, so I'm glad, because some other games don't penalize people for rage quitting. So that's really cool. And yeah, there's probably a few other things I missed about the mode, but overall it's pretty good so far, at least in my opinion. And you also get a ton of rewards, and the rewards are amazing. You get a Formal Soul, you get Grails, tons of Dragon Flowers. It's really amazing, but you have to play it a lot to get up there. But the fact that you get a Formal Soul is really amazing. So basically you have 2 free-to-play Formal Souls. So for any free-to-play players, you get 2 of those, so that's really amazing. And you can see your rank, and it's just super cool the fact that you can play with your friends. So, you know, any kind of friend all over the world, you can just play with them, and random people as well. So this mode is awesome, and the maps change as well. I guess seasons, I guess it changes. But yeah, so that's definitely one of the biggest new additions from this FEH channel. Just having this mode, Summoner Duels, having a real-time PvP. Like I said, I think it's the biggest mode since Aether Raids. So yeah, I'm excited for this mode, and I can't wait to play more of it. And then the rules as well, so that's really dope. And yeah. And then we also get profile cards. So profile cards, basically, you know, it's like Pokemon. If you play Pokemon, you can see your trainer cards. So now you have a similar thing in FEH, where you can check, you know, how well you've been doing in Arena and on your throne. So kind of showing off your accolades, and you can edit it a little bit. So that's cute and all. Definitely cool. You can also set it to privates as well, if you don't want people to see it, I guess. And yeah, so, and then a couple more last 2 things in the FEH channel. We can also have a new sort and filter. So this one is pretty dope, because now you can filter your units based on dual harmonics, so you don't have to dig for them if you have a lot of dual harmonics. And then also you can sort them by the version, so how they were released chronologically. So as you can see, I think the 1 means the book they were released in, and then the 4 is like the month, I think, if I remember correctly. I don't remember exactly, but like here, for example, Valentine Hector, he was released in book 2, and he also came in February. So yeah, so that's a really cool. So the fact that you can, all your units in your barracks, you can just sort by when they were released chronologically in this game is really dope. And then also you can sort it by if they're legendary, a mythic, a dual or harmonic, or a dancer. So that's really dope. So just more easy to use customization for the filtering and just finding your units, because if you've been playing this game as long as I have, you have a ton of units in your barracks, and sometimes it's hard to find them. So the fact that we have this is really dope. And yeah, that's pretty much the FEH channel, the meat and potatoes of the FEH channel. I'm most excited for book 6 and, you know, what it's gonna do in terms of the story, and I'm also excited for the summer duel mode. It's really fun so far, at least. And yeah, so now we can move on to the Awakening banner, because I wanted to see that. I mean, I did go over it, but we didn't get to see the skills, and the banner here is going to show us what's going on. So Priam here, Fake Ike, basically. This supposed descendant of Ike has Ancient Ragnail. So this weapon is pretty decent. It gives him defense +3, so no -1 cooldown like the other Ragnails. But obviously he has DC, and then if start of combat, if he's above or equal to 50%, or if he has a buff or a bonus, then he inflicts attack and defense -6 during combat. So it's a pretty solid weapon. Nothing too crazy, nothing too bad either. So Ancient Ragnail, that's cool. Comes with Soul, and you're probably thinking, why doesn't he get Aether? He actually doesn't even get Aether in Awakening, I don't think. So that's why they never even gave him Aether. Obviously you can give it to him in Fey, but it's funny they didn't give him Aether, just like I was in Awakening. Don't quote me on that though, but I'm pretty sure he doesn't get Aether in Awakening. But yeah, I could be wrong. It's been a while. But so he has A skill, attack defense ideal 4. We've seen that before. No follow-up 3, which is nice, and then rouse speed defense 4. So another rouse skill with the no panic. Ascended Legion just had it, so now we have another one. So Priam is going to be a solid unit. I don't think he's going to be absolutely crazy, but you know he's book 6, so his stats are going to be really nice. And then next we have Flavia, another sword infantry unit, the Feroxy East Khan, and she has Lioness Blade. So this weapon gives her -1 cooldown. At the start of combat, if unit's HP is greater than or equal to 25, she gets attack speed +6. And if special triggers, she disables non-special skills that reduce damage by X. So if her special triggers, then she can stop all the spurn, you know, damage reduction skills, repel, close call. So that's pretty cool, but that's only for special triggers. And I guess it doesn't work for AoE special, so it doesn't work for like Blazing Wind, stuff like that. So you have to use, you know, Draconic Aura, what she has, or like Glimmer or something. Comes with attack speed +4 because every single female has attack speed +4. There's still not a male unit that has attack speed +4. Fun fact, by the way. Every single unit that has attack speed +4 is a female so far. So that's pretty funny. And then the new skill, Red Feud 3. So this skill I thought was an anti-save skill, but I don't think it is because it's worded just like Bramamon's C skill, I believe. And it's pretty specific. So basically, if you're in combat against a red foe, you disable the skills of all foes, excluding the foe. So that means everybody outside of the foe. So it's basically just a pure one-on-one. You know, so if Flane is next to a red unit, then they're not going to get damage reduction because Red Feud cancels it. So just like Bramamon, Bramamon's Impenetrable Dark, and then he inflicts -4 to all their stats, just like a Fox Tome during combat, and then during combat disable skills of all red foes, excluding the foe during combat. So, you know, kind of just like Impenetrable Dark, but only for reds. So it's pretty specific. Not as good as Impenetrable Dark, but I did think for a moment it was anti-save. I mean, maybe I'm wrong. What if it actually is anti-save? I don't know what if it actually is, but I don't think it is because it's not worded like an anti-save. And I think if there was an anti-save skill, it would have some different wording and probably be a lot longer. So I don't know. Red Feud is cool and all, but it's only against red units. It's not even like red and green units or anything. It's only specific to one. So pretty niche skill, but it can definitely be useful. So yeah. So then her partner in crime, Basilio, he is the demote, and I couldn't remember what axe he had. Oh, Spirited Axe. That's the axe he had. So we had Spirited Spear and then Spirited, or not Spirited Blade. What was the sword version? Pledge Blade. We had Pledge Blade and Spirited Spear. And now we have Spirited Axe, which gives him the special cooldown charge +1 on the foe's attack, and then extra stats as well. Moonbow, attack defense bond 3, which is decent, and then attack tactic. So hopefully attack defense bond 3 is at 4-star. So, you know, we can easily get, you know, attack defense unity without killing a Grail unit for it, because Rutger has it. So there's Basilio. Going to be a nice merge project for some people. And then, of course, the new mythic hero, which is the main OC, the cowgirl, Ash. So this cutie here with her cowbell thing, the retainer to Asker. And yeah, there she is. She's a light mythic that gives attack, I believe, if I'm correct. Pretty sure that's attack. So yeah, horn opening. So this gives her -1 cooldown, and if unit is within 3 spaces of an ally, grants attack +6 to unit during combat and inflicts -6 attack. So mini spendthrift. And then she grants the following effects based on the number of allies within 3 spaces. So if she has greater than or equal to 2, she gets a guaranteed follow-up, and then if it's greater than or equal to 3, then the foe can't make a follow-up. So pretty simple, you know, weapon refine. Not weapon refine, what am I talking about? Pretty simple weapon. I'm sorry, I was thinking of weapon refines because the weapon refines just dropped after this update for Libra, Wallheart, and all of them. But yeah, so pretty simple effect on her weapon, and then of course the standard effect for infantry beast. But she also gets neutralizing the effects that grant special cooldown charge plus X to foe, or inflict special cooldown charge X on units. So the null guard effect. So that's pretty good for her in combat. And then she comes with bonfire, and then attack, defense, unity, low attack, defense, and then opening retainer. So this skill, opening retainer, is her pre-ref skill. So this essentially works just like Summer Tana's weapon refine, where allies can move to a space, or allies within 2 spaces can move to a space within 2 spaces of unit. So that is going to be pretty crazy for the mobility. So the fact that she's a light mythic, that's going to be really nice for your allies to just swoop in and like reach units that they couldn't reach before, because I've seen the shenanigans that Summer Tana's done, and the fact that now we have a mythic unit that can actually do it is pretty cool. So I think she's going to be definitely pretty useful. I don't know how good she's going to be in terms of being a light mythic, but at least on paper I think she's pretty good. Nothing super insane, but I guess the C skill is pretty insane, but yeah, we'll have to see but as the months go on. But yeah, she's pretty solid. I like her a lot, and even though she's not a dude, she's a cute cowgirl, I guess. So weird to say cowgirl, but here she is just hitting him up with that bonfire laser. And then yeah, so the new story chapter, blah blah blah, we'll see what's going on. And then Muriel is, of course, like I said, she's going to be on the quest and then also demoted later. And then Elm, he's a red beast, so that's kind of cool. We'll have to see what his weapon is later. And then the GHB, of course, is Yanfei, and I'm pretty excited for him. I'm probably not going to build him, but I'm mostly excited for my brother. Like I said earlier, he finally gets Yanfei. And of course, there's a sparking system, so that's dope. And yeah, that's the Awakening banner. So I'm glad Awakening got something good, because last Awakening banner was so weird. It had Miraculous on it with, Mustafa of all characters. So, we're kind of getting back on track, even though we still don't have Rickon or Vake or Kalam or Noir or regular Severa. There's still a lot of Awakening characters that, need to get in, but this is a good start, Basilia and Flavia, fan favorites, I'd say. At least I like them a lot, so I'm glad they're in the game. And yeah, so that's pretty much the banner for the Awakening and the FEH channel. So yeah, let me know what you guys think if you do comment below. I thought there was a lot of cool news. There's a ton of new stuff. That new Summoner Duel mode is crazy. The fact that you can actually play against people in real time is dope, and I like how they balanced it. Maybe later we'll find some kind of broken shit, but you can't use a team of like 6 Fallen Edelguards, because a lot of people are like, oh great, I'm just gonna fight a team of this and this. But no, you can only use 1 unit, no duplicates. You can only have 1 save skill, so it's not like you can have far save and near save, which is really dope. And only 1 dancer as well. So I'm having fun with the mode, and I hope it succeeds, and I hope people like it. So yeah, that is pretty much my thoughts on the banner and the FEH channel. Again, let me know what you guys think down below. If you enjoyed this video, give it a like and subscribe. And thanks for listening to me ramble. If you listened to this whole thing, props to you. And yeah, peace out, guys, and stay safe out there. And hopefully Book 6 is good. Peace out.